Hey YouTube, Rando here. Today we're going to make a Basic Cobra paracord. I'm just making a strap just to kind of store the cordage, and I'm not using paracord. I'm going to be using this thick braided nylon rope. Here's a King Cobra. We're going to make that next. But in order to make the King Cobra, you have to make the Basic Cobra, which is what's underneath this. Now I've used two different colors here, actually three. You can do that if you want, but this next strap I'm making is just going to be a solid piece all the way around. I want it to be one solid piece of cordage. So you don't have to cut and use different colors if you don't want to, but this is what it would come out with. And you're going to start off with, go ahead and measure your wrist and then measure your buckle. Think of how I was wording that earlier. You're gonna, for every inch on your wrist is going to be a foot of paracord for your Basic Cobra. For the King Cobra, you're going to want about 2 feet of paracord per inch. So, and you're going to want to measure your buckle. So, okay, let's say you have a 7-inch wrist. So your wrist is 7 inches. Your buckles are 2 inches. So you deduct 2 inches from it, so that gives you 5 inches. Then you add an inch for comfort because of how thick it is. So if you had a 7-inch wrist, you would use 6-inch middle, 6-inch middle strands. So your middle strands that go through the middle of the Basic would be 6 inches. Okay, let's make sure I did that right. 7-inch wrist, deduct 2 for the buckle, or, deduct whatever your buckle is. This, of course, isn't a 2-inch buckle, but let's say your buckle's 2 inches. Deduct 2 inches, so you got 5 inches, add an inch for comfort, so that's 6 inches. So you would need 6 foot of paracord for the Basic Cobra and 12 feet of paracord for the King Cobra. And you want to add probably an extra foot of cordage just to be safe. I do anyway. So like I said, we're going to be using a solid piece for this whole strap, and I'm probably going to make it about I don't know, 16.5 inches. It's going to be a 16.5 inch strap, so I've probably got 30 something feet of paracord or regular cord here. You're going to take your 2 ends and just run it all the way through and find the middle of that string, or the middle of your paracord, whatever you're using. And you're going to start this off just like I do the fishtail braids and all that stuff. Find your center. I'm going to go ahead and just use the end of this keychain to do it, because it's just going to be strapped onto my bag. These are spare keys, so I'm just going to have 2 straps on one carabiner. Run it up through there. Make sure that's straight, because I think it just got a little crooked on me. Okay, I'm going to get this straight and I'll be right back. Alright, so once you have your string even, your cord even, go ahead and measure it out, how long you want your bracelet. You can see it's just 2 strands here. The 2 strands that come out, I run them down through another ring like so. Go through the top, come out the bottom. And I always start off on the right side. Now if this was 2 different colored cords, because you're always going to be using the same cord for the same thing. You're going to use the same cord for the S and the same cord to snake it through. So you can see here I'm starting off with my right side. If this was 2 different colors, you would just have it mended right here, and then this part of the cord would be one color and this part of the cord would be the other color. Whichever one you want dominant is, I believe, the one that's going to S. Should be your dominant color. I've never made a multicolored one besides that one there, and you can see the outside is 1 piece and then the inside's 2 pieces. So this is the only, that's King Cobra, by the way. This is just going to be a regular Cobra. You make your S, then take your left-handed side here and take the end of it. If I can find the end of it. So you have your S. You're going to go through your left side, through the top, bring it around your middle piece 2 cords, and through the bottom of your S cord. Okay, at this point you could just let this part of the S go and just shit. Alright, messed that one up. Didn't mean to drop the S bomb either. Make your S through the top, around the back, and through the bottom. Now just go ahead and pull that cord all the way. Pull this one, and then you're just going to pull them both kind of tight. Now, whatever side this part's on, that's the side you're going to be doing the S on. So get it nice and tight. Come over here, make another S, and again you're making the S with the same cord. You're not ever going to change cords. Whatever side you start with the S is what side you're going to end. Go through the top of this side, around the back too, up through the bottom. I'm hoping I'm getting all this on camera. If not, I apologize. I'll do it a couple times to try to get it. Now you can see now my outside's on the other side. Go ahead and push it up and get it nice and tight. Okay. You can see it's on this side now. So you're going to do your S on this side. Make your S. Make your S through this side, out the bottom of this side, and just pull it. Now you'll notice what I meant earlier was you take your finger off the bottom of that S, it comes out, but you just bring it to the other side, pull both sides. Now you can see it's on the other side. The side knot is on the other side, so this is the side's going to be your S. Okay, because you may not want to just sit there and do this whole thing at one time. I know I don't. I usually do it while I'm messing around on YouTube or whatever, and then when I'm done I pile it up and I start again later. And I got confused of, you know, what side I was on last for the S, all that crap, so I kind of started watching what I was doing. I just realized whatever side the knot's on, Your outside knot here is what side you make the S on. So you started with this one, then this one, now this one. So my S would go on this side. And I'll try to get that one more time in the shot. Try to get a good shot of how I'm doing it. Okay. Go ahead and separate my cords here. Get this cord ready. Okay. Bring this cord and just make an S. You take your other cord in, around the back, and through. Now you see what I mean about the bottom of the S? You can kind of just let it go now. Pull this cord all the way through. If I can keep from getting hung up on everything. Now you can see what I'm left with is just this knot. Push it up, pull it tight, and now your S is going to go on this side. You're just going to continue that pattern all the way down. Again, this is just a basic Cobra pattern, and then we're going to end the video, and then we'll start a new one on the King Cobra. So I'm going to go ahead and get this weaved all the way down, and then we'll show you how to end it. Alright, so we're getting to the end here. And I'm going to show you how I tie them off. Everybody's got a different way of doing things. I think I can get one more in there. And actually it didn't take that long. It took me, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to get where I am. Now, how I'll finish them is I take these two ends here, clip them about right there, bring them together, burn them, and melt them together. And that would be it. That would be your basic Cobra stitch. And like I said, whatever color you want primary, that's the S. If you're using two different colors, go ahead and make the S your primary color, and then this would be your secondary. I like using one solid piece, and that's what I'm going to do in this one. We're going to make a King Cobra next, so be looking out for that video. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching YouTube.